When the power grid suddenly fails and air raid sirens cut through the night sky, the only thing standing between your family and complete chaos is the bag you packed before the crisis ever began. There won't be a countdown clock, there won't be time to Google what to do in a blackout, and there won't be a chance to run down to Walmart for last-minute supplies. All you'll hear is the silence of a dead grid, the confusion of neighbors panicking, and your own heartbeat racing because you realize that the systems you trusted, electricity, water, food delivery, can collapse in an instant. That's where your bug-out bag comes in. It's not just a backpack with zippers and straps. It's your family's insurance policy, your lifeline when staying put isn't safe. The difference between moving through chaos with direction or stumbling through it in desperation. Right now, as you're watching this, Kyiv is facing the heaviest nighttime bombardments in 3 years. On June 17th, Ukraine was hit with 175 drones and 14 missiles, killing nearly 30 civilians and hammering its already fragile power grid. Half a world away, NATO intelligence confirms China's Navy has been running full-scale invasion rehearsals in the Taiwan Strait. These aren't just military drills. They're tactical blueprints, live practice for something far more serious. And in the Middle East, Israel's drone campaign inside Iran triggered retaliation. Over 150 missiles and hundreds of drones launched before a shaky ceasefire took hold around June 24th. Tehran's parliament even voted to shut down the Strait of Hormuz, a choke point that carries nearly a quarter of the world's oil supply.
Why does this matter to you, sitting here in the US? Because in today's world, crises don't stay over there. They ripple across oceans and hit our homes fast. A blackout in Ukraine disrupts semiconductor production. A blockade in Taiwan slows the flow of electronics that power everything from your phone to your car. And if the Strait of Hormuz closes, gas prices spike overnight and shipping costs skyrocket. These aren't abstract problems. They're the cracks in the system that show up at your grocery store, your gas pump, and even your neighborhood pharmacy. That's why preparedness isn't paranoia anymore. It's common sense. And that's why here at the Survival Brief, we focus on real-world survival strategies, gear reviews, and practical prepping guides that work for everyday Americans. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now, because planning beats panic every single time, and this channel is built to help you stay one step ahead. Today, we're breaking down one of the most basic but most powerful tools in modern survival, the bug-out bag. Forget the Hollywood hype, forget Instagram influencers showing off tactical cosplay. A bug-out bag is not about looking cool or stockpiling overpriced gear. It's about building a simple, portable life support system that keeps you and your loved ones alive for at least 72 hours when disaster strikes. That's 3 days, 3 nights, where cell service is dead, shelves are stripped bare, water might be contaminated, and help is delayed.
Think of your bag like a fire extinguisher or a seatbelt. You don't worship it, and you don't fear it. You just build it right, keep it close, and hope you never need to unzip it. But if you do, you'll be glad you took the time, because survival comes down to 3 things: mindset, planning, and execution. Before you buy anything, start with your mission. Emergencies don't look the same everywhere. If you live on the Gulf Coast, your threat is hurricanes. In California or Oregon, it's wildfires. In the Midwest, it could be chemical spills or tornadoes. Maybe you live near a nuclear plant or a freight line carrying hazardous materials. The point is, your bag should be designed around what's most likely to hit you, not what looks tactical on YouTube. That clarity helps you cut out 30% of the junk most beginners overpack. Now let's talk water, because water is life. 1 gallon per person per day is the baseline, but nobody's carrying 3 gallons on their back. Instead, carry the means to filter and purify what you can find. A Sawyer squeeze filter for streams and questionable taps, plus chlorine dioxide tablets as a backup to kill what filters can't. Redundancy matters. Pair that with 2 durable 1-liter Nalgene bottles. Strong enough to boil in, clear enough to treat water with chemicals, and tough enough to survive being slammed into concrete.
Food comes next. Not MRE bricks that taste like salt bombs. You want lightweight, high-calorie, shelf-stable foods. Vacuum-packed nut mixes for protein and fats. Dehydrated hummus packs for fiber. Tortillas for multi-purpose carbs. And yes, peanut butter, because a few spoonfuls can stabilize your blood sugar and your mood when stress is high. Think 2,000 calories per adult per day as your minimum. Mark expiration dates in big Sharpie and rotate stock every 6 months. Shelter and heat. Pack a sil nylon tarp, some paracord, and aluminum stakes. That setup gives you instant rain cover, shade, or a windbreak in minutes. Pair it with a bivy sack for warmth and water resistance. Add a small titanium pot and a compact stove like the BRS 3000T with a 4-ounce butane canister. That entire cooking system weighs less than your phone and boils water in under 3 minutes. Coffee, hot food, clean water, it's morale and survival in one. Security doesn't mean turning into Rambo. It means staying aware, staying calm, and having non-lethal tools ready. A can of pepper spray on your hip is legal in most states and buys you space if someone desperate tries to take what's yours. Pair that with a reliable flashlight clipped to your strap. 200 lumens is enough to light your path, read a map, or disorient someone just long enough to escape. Light equals safety, both physically and psychologically.
Round out your bag with mission-critical tools. A quality multi-tool, a fixed-blade knife under 4 inches, legal in most places, medical tape, and a compact first aid kit. And don't forget the small stuff. Copies of IDs, insurance documents, and an emergency contact card laminated and stashed inside. In a world where cell towers can go dark, paper never loses its charge. The sweet spot for a fully loaded bag is around 10 to 15% of your body weight. For the average adult, that's 18 to 27 pounds. Organize it smart. Water and food near your spine, shelter low for ballast, med kit and flashlight in quick access side pockets, maps and lighter in your waist pouch. Test it, walk with it, climb stairs with it. The time to find out your straps dig into your shoulders isn't during an evacuation. And here's the truth. Building a bug-out bag doesn't have to drain your bank account. Start with what you already have. An old-school backpack, a stainless steel water bottle, a fleece. Spend $50 on water treatment first, then upgrade your pack at a thrift store. Over time, swap out heavy gear for lighter, better pieces. Treat it like insurance. You build it step by step, not overnight. The world isn't getting more stable. Between cyber attacks on U.S. infrastructure, droughts, supply chain breakdowns, and great power rivalries, the idea of normal is fragile at best. Prepping isn't fringe anymore. It's just responsible. Rotate your food every 6 months, update your bag every tax season, refresh your threat model every time something changes in your neighborhood. Preparedness isn't about perfection. It's about quiet competence, the calm that comes from knowing you're ready.
Because one day, when the lights go out and the sirens start wailing, you won't have to panic. You'll grab your bag, zip it up, shoulder the weight, and step into the chaos with purpose. That's the difference between fear and focus. That's the difference between hoping and surviving. If you're getting value out of this breakdown, smash that like button right now and subscribe to the Survival Brief for weekly guides on prepping, survival gear, and disaster readiness. No hype, no gimmicks, just practical strategies that keep you and your family safe when the world gets shaky. Stay vigilant, stay prepared,
And remember, in the end, your readiness is the last line of defense.